Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. This is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Subscribe, bell, thumbs up. Thumbs up if you want storage at the top of the list. I don't think we're getting enough views on this thing. I think people need to know the greatness of storage. Storage is a foundational aspect of Web 3.0. And data is about everything. Storage of data is just as much. Access to data is one thing. I cover that on the graph. Storage of data is also another thing, and that has to do with this one, storage, STORJ. Now, intraday updates are in the link below the video, which if you want to see the intraday updates there. Now, let's go into where I'm at. So I bought storage at 116. I only put 20% into it so far. I still have 80% in cash in terms of my risk capital that I'm going to apply to storage through time. I have to see a little bit more on this, learn a little bit more on it as I dip my toe into storage. Now let's go into what makes storage interesting. Well, what makes every altcoin interesting is that there's not just one chart I need to look at. There are multiple things that underlie those charts. Those underlying aspects will give me the clues I need to figure out what the return could be or the price action could be based on my dollar version of storage. So here we have storage is equal to the inner strength, or storage relative to Bitcoin, multiplied by the benchmark Bitcoin. Very simply put, it mathematically works out. Anyway, let's go straight into the markets and we'll look at all three of these. We'll look at storage US dollar, we'll look at storage Bitcoin, and then we'll look at Bitcoin as well. So here we are. Looking at storage, we're at $1.33. Well, we're definitely better than where I bought it at. We're 16 cents higher, or probably 10% or so higher. Not bad. Now, where we're at now with storage US dollar is we have a nice support line, which I've drawn here in yellow. It's been going on since July 29th. We're almost a month in the making of this, a steeper sloping upward line of support. Now, if I zoom out a little bit, I just want everyone to understand, once we had broken this line, this is a reversal pattern, hands down, bar none. And I think we're going to continue to reverse our way up. Now, let's just go over to the underlying aspects, which I just talked about, which is storage US dollar, which is the middle. And then the benchmark will do right after that. So let's go take a look at storage of Bitcoin. This is a very interesting pattern here, man. This is looking like something's gonna burst. I think we're gonna wind up going to the upside, and I'll tell you why. Number one is there's a trend here that has multiple touch points from the beginning of to the middle part of June. Multiple touch points, took a little peep through, looked around, didn't like it, then put its head back into and above that support line. Now, not many times will we hit this resistance line. We're going to have to make a decision sometime between now and, if I was to draw these bad boys out, sometime on or about September 10th, September 9th, or before. I'd imagine it happens before, because it almost always makes a decision before it hits the point. So, expect a day or two, at least a day or two beforehand, for some potential action to occur. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So I think we're bullish here. We're still on this trend, which is incredibly strong, but at the same time, we're going to start hitting some resistance, and we're going to need something to plow us through. Now, on the Bitcoin pair, nice rally back, 48,897. Now, taking a look closer, since the last video, I had mentioned we might pull back to 42,000. We were doing our last video right around here. We fell down. We didn't go all the way to 42, but we did hit 43 and change, upon which we then bounced back pretty strong. Now, that to me means we are still back in a major bullish pattern. Again, we are zip lining on this green line, and the green line is my prediction, which takes us out to 80,000 by the end of the year. I still think that between now and the end of the year, we will at least at one point in time hit 80,000. Could happen next month, who knows, but just saying. So between now and end of year, which puts us right here at December 31st, we're right there. looking like we have an easy shot to it. So, very important to know. And by the way, we are in a trend here. So, we're bullish on every factor I could think of looking at the Bitcoin chart at this point. So, I'm bullish storage Bitcoin. I'm bullish Bitcoin. So, if I know storage is going to go up and Bitcoin's going to go up, where do we think storage is going to go up? Well, math majors, eat your heart out. Obviously, this thing's going to go up, which is the storage to US dollars. Now, going back into Bitcoin dominance, just something to note here. Now, we are, as we went down into this, we're coming back down on the other end. Again, we're bleeding out on this side. And this bleed out is forming a channel here. This is actually very good. The price action in the gray channel is actually good for altcoins, i.e. storage and the graph and NewsCipher and RLC. It's great for all altcoins. And I think it's important that we know that, because this doesn't mean that Bitcoin necessarily is going down. I think what we're seeing here is that, Bitcoin's going up, but we're also seeing altcoins go up much more, right? Because as this Bitcoin dominance drops and as Bitcoin itself goes up, that means altcoins should outperform Bitcoin as a general rule of thumb. So it's a win-win around the house. High fives. Anyway, that's all I've got. But I'm bullish Bitcoin, bullish storage to Bitcoin. Therefore, look, I'm only looking upwards and onwards on this one right now. Thinking of taking another position when I see some weakness. But we'll take that one day by day. I don't have an exact point in time when I'm going to get in, but stay tuned on the Twitter handle, and I will tweet it out when I do know. Anyway, take it easy. Bye.